All right, in this explainer, we're going to tackle a huge point of failure in construction: leaks in wet areas. We'll walk you through the professional, engineering level process for creating a waterproof seal that's actually permanent, using epoxy grout. So let's kick things off with a problem that is, super common and can be incredibly costly: water seeping through tile joints. It might look like a tiny issue, but that little leak can lead to rot, mold, and can even mess with the structural integrity of an entire building. For engineers, for contractors, these leaks are a massive headache. They're a critical failure point. Your standard grout just doesn't always cut it. But there is a pro-grade solution out there designed to stop water in its tracks for good. And that solution is what we're focusing on today. We're going to look at the application of Roff Tile 13. It's a 3-component epoxy system from Pidilite Industries, and it's specifically engineered to create a super strong, impermeable barrier right where you need it the most. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. A perfect application is literally impossible without meticulous prep. And I'm not just talking about pre-work. This is where the engineering of that final seal really truly begins. The whole process starts with 2 critical mechanical steps. First, you actually take a grinder wheel and cut open all the existing joints. Then, and you cannot skip this, the joints have to be cleaned until they are perfectly, and I mean perfectly, free of any dust, gunk, or moisture.
Now, this number here, 2 to 3 millimeters, this is really interesting. This spec isn't arbitrary at all. It's about creating just the right amount of space for the epoxy to get in there, get a deep grip, and form a powerful, lasting bond with the tile. It's all about that surface area.
All right, let's move on from the physical prep to the chemical core of this whole thing. We're not just mixing some ingredients here. We're kicking off a controlled chemical reaction. And that reaction is what gives this grout its incredible strength. So the Roff T13 system is made of 3 distinct parts. You've got your base, which is the resin, you've got the hardener, and you've got a filler powder. When you combine these in exactly the right way, they go from being 3 separate things to one single super strong compound. And that chemical reaction, that is what makes epoxy grout just fundamentally better than old school cement grouts for waterproofing. See, it doesn't just fill a gap. It's more like it chemically welds the tiles together, creating a seal that water just can't get through. So here's maybe the most crucial point of the whole process: the mixing ratio. A precise 2-to-1 ratio of base to hardener is completely non-negotiable. If you deviate from this even a little bit, the chemical reaction won't complete properly, and you'll end up with a weak bond. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? An improper mix means a weak bond, which means a total application failure. You have to respect the chemistry for the material to do its job. It's that simple. Okay, our compound is mixed perfectly. Now we can finally apply it to those nice, clean joints. This is the moment where we create that final impermeable shield that's going to protect the structure. The application itself is actually a multi-stage process. First, the grout gets worked deep into the joints. Then, white cement is spread on top, which is a cool trick that actually helps with the cleanup process. After a really good wipe down, there's a final acid wash to get rid of any sticky residue left on the tile surface.
You really want to focus the application on the most vulnerable spots. We're talking all the floor joints, that critical junction where the floor meets the wall, and the vertical wall joints going up about a foot from the floor. Basically, you hit all the places where water is most likely to sit and cause trouble.
Once it's applied, that chemical reaction needs time to work its magic. The area has to be left completely alone for 5 to 6 hours. This is the curing period, and it lets the epoxy harden into its final, super strong state. By the next day, that seal is fully formed and it's ready for anything. And there you have it.
By following all these precise technical steps, the cutting, the mixing, the curing, the result is a seamless, totally waterproof barrier. It literally becomes a part of the structure, protecting its integrity from the constant threat of water damage.
So this meticulous process basically solves the joint problem, which is a massive step forward. But it also leaves us with a final question to chew on. Now that the joints are sealed and bulletproof, what's the next frontier? What's the next critical failure point we need to solve for total structural waterproofing?